Your stomach is about the size of your fist, and it's quite elastic. It can actually stretch up to 8 times. It takes 20 to 30 minutes for the brain to realize that you need extra food to cut off in one sitting.
Have an apple or a cup of yogurt, eat 5 to 3 hours later you'll have lunch, and then 2 to 3.5 hours
Eat what feels right at that moment, but don't eat more than the size of your fist. Learning to listen to your body is so important when we want to lose weight and become healthier.
I used to make lists, actually write them down of things that I didn't like about myself. And I was like, well, if I could just fix these things, then I would have, then I would be happy. I thought I had fat knees. Who has fucking fat knees? They're like bones. There's actually nothing, there's no fat on them.
I always perceived of myself as being too heavy. I always perceived of myself as having these thick, inconvenient legs. My breasts were too big at various times. I mean, the idea of fat and fleshy was just a very painful one for me, and it just pervaded my experience of dance.
I would chew on ice cubes when I wanted to eat, just because then your body feels like you're chewing something, so it takes away that urge. I was destroying myself physically, and I still wasn't getting all the lead roles, which in your head you think is gonna happen if you can just hurt yourself enough for it. You think that it will, but it wasn't, and I was like, well, this just isn't what I should be doing.
It's very apparent for me the absolute terror that a young dancer feels when I suggest that they release their abdominals. It is like I'm asking them to take off all their clothes and run around like a chicken.
When it gets to a disorder, you look in the mirror and it's you don't see what is there. You see a distorted image. There's nothing like what you actually look like.
People, when they talk, they want to know about eating disorders. People want to know, oh, tell me that you didn't eat for 3 years, and tell me all the crazy behavior you did. And people don't actually take the time to really hear about the psychological experience and the turmoil that you go through, and how you feel isolated and kind of helpless, and the sense of anxiety and panic, and eagerness and urgency to fix all these things, and it makes you want to be overwhelmed and explode. And it's to live with that puts so much stress on the body.
The college period is another, it's not exactly adolescence, but it's coming into adulthood, it's coming into the adult female body. I do think of it as an especially tender time, because it's yet another round of challenges about what it should look like to be a woman, which has absolutely nothing to do with what it feels like to be a woman and what it feels like to be a woman in movement.
I feel like I'm not being available or allowing my body to be seen and available as the potential it can be at performance-wise for others to see. And I think it's because there's a subconscious want to hide, even though you are being displayed.
My body's perfectly fine and mostly very beautiful, and beyond that, incredibly functional, incredibly expressive, and all of the passion that I have about moving and dancing and sharing who I am was getting suppressed.
I guess what I learned is that there's more than that to it, And I think it's that artistry level,
Well, it's your own voice rather than
being more than just a vessel.
In the body.
Yeah.
Where you're no longer the body that's helping create something. It's your unique voice. It's, you're the genuine person, which creates genuine work.
Even the most confident college-age female dancers are struggling. I think that people at various times in their lives, just like other creatures, just like, leaves that fall off the tree and have to go into the ground, people have to go into themselves to find out what's there and bring that out. And that may not be a failure. It may not be even a negative stage. It's just a stage.